Hello and welcome back. I'm so glad you could come back and join me as I continue reading this beautiful story called Song of the Unicorn. So let's begin. When Jasper awakened in the morning, the great king was no longer visible, but Jasper felt the king's invisible presence. Jasper felt new life and new strength surging through his body, and he knew that the great king had shared his own life with him. Suddenly, through the thorn trees, Jasper saw a narrow path, and as he stepped forward, a faint sound came to his ears. Now, for the first time, Jasper could really hear the notes of a melodious song to the headship of the great king. Jasper's ears were truly opened, so he trotted on, following the song through the valley of the thorn trees. Jasper walked a long time to make it out of the valley. It began to grow dark. Then, in the distance, he saw a great country and a great and high mountain. And on top of the high mountain was a beautiful city with glorious lights streaming through its gates. He stood still for a moment in breathless awe as he beheld the glory of the king's country and city. The knight chanted behind him, "He is great! Come to the country and into the city and see the great king." Jasper said, "I cannot trust you. I do not believe that you are my friend. You are deep and dark, and at times you have filled me with such fear that I could not sleep." Then the invisible king whispered to Jasper, saying, "If I had not allowed the night to be darkness to you, and if I had not allowed it all to fill you with fear, you would have slept instead of walking on. You would have missed my coming to you as the great king. Listen, Jasper, I am your friend. I am the head over all things." So Jasper walked on. The invisible king kept talking to Jasper's heart, tenderly revealing the truth to him as Jasper walked on. The king told Jasper that the gray wolves who had howled at him were part of the creation's song of praise to his power that ruled over all things. All creation was made to sing the reverent song of praise to the great king. Everything that the great king had made, and he was the God who had made all things, was made to magnify and glorify him, because without him nothing would have life. Jasper could see clearly now that the great king had been his friend in allowing the gray wolves to chase him, nipping at his hock, because they had pushed him forward in his journey. Because of them, Jasper had learned his lessons of trust in the great king and had grown into a mature unicorn of faith. The great king whispered, "If they had not chased you, and if they had not nipped your hock, you would have turned aside. You would have gone the wrong way. You would have missed the narrow way through the valley of thorn trees, where you were held until you could meet me, the great king. Listen, Jasper, I am your friend." So Jasper trotted on, happy that the song within his heart was getting stronger and stronger. The great king had walked and talked with Jasper, so now his trust in the great king had grown so much that Jasper's heart could sing the song of praise to the king for all the things that he had allowed to happen in his life. After his experiences which had begun to teach him the song of praise for the king's leadership, Jasper's skin began to itch, and his forehead felt very strange. He came to a pool of water, and there in the pool's reflection he saw he was losing his black coat, and a tiny horn had begun to grow from his forehead. Jasper tilted his head as he heard a sweet melody. Glorify him, magnify him. He is pure and holy, gurgled the pool. As he listened to the pool praise the great king, Jasper remembered that when he had wanted a drink, the ice had hidden in the water from him, and it had taken all of Jasper's strength to break through the ice. Now Jasper had learned that his king was the cause of that too, because the great king told Jasper, "If I had not covered the water in the pool with ice, you would have lingered, and you never would have grown into a beautiful white mature unicorn like your mother. Listen, Jasper, to the truth that I am your friend." So Jasper galloped on, knowing that the great king ruled over all things, giving everything a song of praise for his love and care for them. Well, we're going to end there today, and I hope that you come back next week as we continue on the reading of this beautiful story. Remember Matthew 19:14. But Jesus said, "Suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." And remember, you are loved, appreciated, and truly valued. Until next time, take care and God bless.